Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. A bit louder.
Okay. Who likes to speak in public?
Yeah.
Hands up. Okay, so everyone, we are all the same. I want to say thank you, Sol, for this opportunity, and all of you to come here and see the show. So let's start. Oh my god. I'm so excited about it and I cannot start. Okay, how many of you are the painters? Okay,
Yes.
and musicians?
Many.
And artists? All of you are artists?
Yeah.
Okay, so we understand each other very well. So we know there are many different ways of expressions of our feelings. So it's only a play, yes. We are like children in the world who are enjoying life, and then we have different ways of showing it. And afterwards, after doing this work that is actually kind of playing and just living, because we cannot do it different. Yes, our life is like doing art, and this is the same like breathing for us. So you will see just one series. I will make it fast. So here are the stripes from the other paintings. So there were other paintings. This is because the I don't paint on the ready-made canvases, and I paint on the fabrics that inspire me. So each fabric that is like tasty, juicy, with wonderful colors of something that remind me of the sea, of the ocean, or of the I don't know, the orange, the smell of the peach, or this kind of colors finally end up as being the background of the paintings. So I collect all the leftovers and then I sew them together. That's why like this background is so rich in different texture, and each of you is probably the same as me and have the same pleasure of dealing with such a beauty of the world in only in color and texture of the fabrics. So this is only the background, but actually can be the painting itself. It's so beautiful. So then is the putting things together. It's my backyard in my studio in Poland, and there are the painting. So because now we have so many refugees, and actually we feel like we are also the refugees in many ways, and I see the many legs and shoes going, moving. So that's why we have here so many legs. And actually I'm feet fetish. I'm crazy about the feet, so I collect all the different stuff here. And there are another legs. So these are big paintings, but here I ran out from the pink materials, so this was my best pink I put into this painting. We have, like humans, have the 6 basic human needs. We like to be secure. Our first need is to be secure. So this table means that this is the place where people meet, and when we meet with people, actually this is our home, because nothing is certain. We are not we don't know what will be tomorrow, as we know from COVID. Yes, that we are certain, and one day we lost the jobs and stuff. So the only certain thing is that we have friends, that we have other people around, and we can connect with them and speak with them and actually get rid of our anxiety by being together with some people. So this is the most important thing, is this table when we meet and enrich our lives by meeting others. So the next image is this is the one of the guys in my neighborhood. So the next is the guy who is attached to the ground. What I mean by that is there was a movie about a girl who is a dancer in Batsheva Dance Company. It's a what is it? Israeli dancing theater, very famous and actually wonderful. And she was going to have a solo career, and she was going to New York, and her boyfriend said, I'm not going with you because I'm attached to my ground. I want my children to be raised in Israel, and I'm not moving from this land. And I think many people are like that. We are somehow attached to where we are, and it's also our strength in it. So this table is another one. It shows how we are from different cultures, and in each culture something is important. This table shows that each place in the world is somehow how to say, different, characteristic, and it's also a beauty of this place. Like you go to Turkey and they have a special design in the architecture, and you cannot find it in Poland, you cannot find it in America. It's only there. So it's also a beauty of the world. So now you can see how the paintings look at the exhibition. The other human need is to be connected, to be with, in a relationship. So this is the father and the son. I saw a movie about the German girl who went for some beautiful island. So she was in love with the boy who was from there, and they have a child. So it was totally impossible because she was from Berlin. So you imagine this culture full of books and, you know, the rich culture, European, cannot be better. And then the boy who is a fisherman. And so they separate, and the little guy was raised with the mother in Germany, but once a year he used to go to his father's place, and then he just go to the boat, go fishing with the father and grandfather. And it was a beautiful movie in this turquoise color of the sea. And this is the scene from this movie. So here you see the father is actually only there's a shadow. The father is empty. It's like the figure of the father for many of people and for many generations is only a dream, something we want to happen, but we don't have the connection with the fathers. And I hope it will change. There is a girl, and this girl is carrying here the whole globe. So I have the feeling that many women are responsible for everything, and so this is the big issue also. The second human need is for variety. So it means when we feel secure, we get bored. So after a while, okay, we have this husband for 20 years, we have this house, we know it very well, we go for vacation, always to the same place. So it's so boring that we want to just change for anything, for the sake of change. So there is a therapist named Esther Perel.
Yeah.
And she says, why do people cheat? And she has this TED talk about it. So putting it into one sentence, she said, people do it because they are bored of themselves. So it's not choosing the other person because my husband or my wife is not good enough. It's I am so bored of myself that I'm choosing some other person to have a different life. So there's another connection. It's a mother and a child. A mother is the prototype, is the first person, the first land we ever know, and then we compare. I mean, this person is showing us how the other relationships will. These two guys, they show us the friendship. So the friendship is a beautiful family that we actually create with the people we choose, we want. So it's our decision, and we feel connected, and we feel wanted and accepted by the friends. This is how it looks at the exhibition. So the next thing is intimate relationship, and it's another story, because at my grandparents' house there was a little room, and it was extremely cold, but it's so cold you don't want to be there. And in this room there was only one painting, Picasso painting of the couple, and they were exactly as you see them here. So whenever I start to paint lovers, I come back to this painting, if I want or not. It always turns out like that. So like this one painting warmed up the whole room, and the love of the two people can warm up the world. And here's the stick. So because every stick has two ends, this one is fear and one is love. When we have something to do, we can ask ourselves, am I doing this because of love, or am I doing this because of fear? And here's the rose. So it shows growing, but the roots are a heart of the painting, and the rose is only a moment. Here is another image of the bee. So bee represents the work, and how work is actually the wonderful thing. It's something that we can be thankful for, and it's joyful and wonderful. And I mean, I love working. It's a privilege to work. And this is a golden ladder. So we have this need to be important. The ladder is very thin and actually dangerous, so let's use it wisely. So we have here water, because it's a resource that we have and will pass to the next generations. So we have to be responsible for it and enjoy it, and be thankful. It's giving directly to someone who needs it. Here I want to say something like a beggar. A beggar is someone who needs us, yes, but we also need him, because when we give, we feel good. So it's always two sides. Giving. It's never that I give and I don't receive. So when someone is telling me, I will give you so much, or I gave you so much, it's not true, because I gave in reverse. And this is the thermometer. It shows always the perfect temperature. So when we have 77 Fahrenheit or 25 Celsius, we feel very good. So it shows that you can set your mind on always thinking, I can do it. This is a barrier. It can be a ladder. So it's only one painting, but whenever we put it, it has a different feeling. So it depends on our attitude, how do we set our mind. And this is hearing, because what people miss the most is to being heard. And it's a boy on a skateboard. So because he is so happy, he gives this happiness to everyone. We have a story in Poland about someone who is not working. So this person who is not working is of course a bad person because he is not working. And here I want to say that the guy who is on the skateboard, actually he's performing, and he's also having the working on the skills that other people don't appreciate, because it's not work, yes, but still it's a lot of effort to achieve this, being good at something, and I would love to know how to skateboard. So this guy, because of his happiness, is giving away this happiness to everyone he is dealing with. And this is a soul. So actually I want to say that soul is very nice in the center, but you can have some black things coming from around here. And this is the last painting. It's a painting of a boy. So a boy, I have a son who is 20 years old, and he's an optimist, and he believes in his future. So the background is pure white, is snow white, it's very beautiful, and then the color all around is turquoise, blue, and you see how rich and wonderful one color can be on different fabrics, and I just enjoy painting like that. And this is it. Finito.
Bravo!
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sol.
Thank you. Thank you, XY.